Hello all, I am the Holland Phantom, and for today's video we're going to be having a live battle from the 2008 format. On one side, we've got the Magmortar and Leafeon deck, as used by Karl who took the deck to a top 32 finish of the World Championships that year, going up against the Gardevoir and Gallade deck, used by Klaczynski, the World Champion of 2008. So we'll see which of these two decks can take the victory today. But before we begin, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and to my Twitter account, at Holland_Phantom, so you don't miss out on any new Pokemon TCG content. And now with that out of the way, let's get into the battle. And here we go, the battle has started, with both players flipping over their starting Pokemon. On the Magmortar side, we've got Eevee as the active Pokemon with the Baltoy on the bench, and on the Gardevoir side, we've got Ralts as the active Pokemon. The Gardevoir side is going first, attaching a Call Energy and using its effect to search the deck for another Ralts, and a Baltoy to put onto their own bench. Although once they use that effect, it automatically ends their turn. So now turn passes over to the Magmortar side. The player activates his Border Castaway, searching the deck for a basic energy, a tool, and a supporter to add to their hand. And the cards chosen are going to be a Grass Energy, a Cessation Crystal, and Celio's Network. So we've got a couple of cards added to the player's hand. There's the energy attachment, the Grass Energy, coming down to the Eevee. And there's the attack, Call for Family. Searching the deck for another Eevee to put onto the bench. There it is. So now we've got two Eevee on the Magmortar side, ready to start evolving on the following turn. Okay, over to the Gardevoir side. Baltoy evolves into Claydol, and Claydol activates Cosmic Power. The player can put up to 2 cards from their hand to the bottom of the deck, and then they can draw until they have 6 cards in hand. One of the best draw abilities in the game. Now the player activates Celio's Network, searching the deck for any Pokemon to add to their hand, and the one chosen is going to be a Gardevoir. So if the player has a rare candy in hand, Ralts can evolve this turn. Yeah, they do have a rare candy. Ralts can now skip the middle stage, evolving straight into Gardevoir, and Gardevoir activates Telepass, using one of the supporters from their opponent's discard pile as one of their own. And they use it to search for a Celio's Network and a Psychic Energy. That's going to be it. The Gardevoir deck does not run any Pokemon tools to be searched out. Okay, there we see the Psychic Energy coming down to the active Gardevoir. And that's going to be the turn. Gardevoir needs one more energy to start attacking. Okay, on the Magmortar side, Baltoy evolves into Claydol as well, and the player activates Energy Removal 2. There's a coin flip, and it is heads. Alright. Discarding the Psychic Energy off of the Gardevoir, bringing it back a turn. And now the support is going to be Celio's Network, searching the deck for any Pokemon. And the one chosen is going to be Leafeon to evolve the active Eevee. Okay, next we see Claydol activating its own Cosmic Power. Letting the player draw until they have 6 cards in hand. Like I said, it's going to be one of the best draw abilities in this game. And now the player attaches a Cessation Crystal to the active Leafeon, completely shutting off all Poke Powers and Poke Bodies in play. And there's the attack, Bind Down, hitting for 30 damage, and now Gardevoir cannot retreat. On the Gardevoir side, the player has a double Rainbow Energy to use, so Gardevoir is fully powered up, though its attacks are going to be doing 10 less damage. The player uses Celio's Network to search for a Kirlia to evolve their benched Ralts. Though unfortunately, the player will not be able to use either Telepass or Cosmic Power because of the Cessation Crystal. And there's the attack, Psychic Lock, hitting for 50 damage. And now the Magmortar player cannot use any Poke Powers because of the Psychic Lock attack. The benched Eevee evolves into a second Leafeon, and the player activates Roseanne's Research, searching the deck for up to 2 Basic Energy or Basic Pokemon. So here we see a Fire Energy, and a Magmar coming into the hand. This Magmar is going to be the main attacker once it evolves into Magmortar. There's Magmar with a Fire Energy coming down. And there's the attack, another Bind Down, hitting for 30 more damage. And turn passes over to Gardevoir once again. The Gardevoir player activates their own Roseanne's Research, searching the deck for, let's take a look, their own Basic Energy, a Psychic Energy, and a Chatot. Chatot is good in this deck, as it does have a free retreat cost, letting it out as a pivot between turns. Plus it has a pretty decent attack. The Psychic Energy comes down to the benched Kirlia, and there's the attack, Psychic Lock, knocking out Leafeon, taking the first prize of the game, and maintaining that Poke Power lock on the Magmortar side. Okay, Magmar comes up as the new active Pokemon, and the player activates Steven's Advice, drawing 1 card for each of the opponent's Pokemon in play, so it's a total of 4. Do they have the Magmortar? Not yet, but they do have a Crystal Beach. Oh yeah, they do have the Magmortar in hand. Comes into play. And they have a second Cessation Crystal. Once again, shutting off all Poke Powers and Poke Bodies in play. And the Crystal Beach also shuts off the ability of the double Rainbow Energy. So instead of providing 2 Rainbow Energies, it now provides a single colorless energy, though it immediately gets discarded with the new stadium, Lake Boundary. And now the Gardevoir player activates Warp Point, forcing both players to switch out their active Pokemon. So Claydol comes up active for the Magmortar side, and Chatot comes up active for the Gardevoir side, which immediately retreats back into Gardevoir. And now because Cessation Crystal is no longer in the active spot, the player can now use their Poke Powers once again. So there we see Cosmic Power, drawing some more cards out of the deck. And now Gardevoir activates Telepass, using the opponent's Steven's Advice to draw 3 more cards from the deck. A lot of draw power coming from the Gardevoir side. A second Psychic Energy comes down to the benched Kirlia. And now the player activates their own supporter, BB Search, putting a card from their hand to the top of the deck and searching the deck for any Pokemon they want. And the one chosen is going to be a second Gardevoir. Now they've got 2 in play. Though unfortunately only 1 Telepass can be used per turn. There's the attack, Psychic Lock, hitting Claydol for 50 damage. And turn passes back over to Magmortar's side. Player benches a second Baltoy and then activates another Roseanne's Research, searching for 2 more basic energy or basic Pokemon. So there we see another Fire Energy. And a Grass Energy that time. The player's going to be trying to get either Leafeon or Magmortar ready to start attacking on a future turn. There we see the second Fire Energy coming down to the benched Magmortar, so it looks like the player might be sacrificing this Claydol. Yeah, there's no way to get it out of the active spot, so it will be getting knocked out. On the Gardevoir side, the player activates Cosmic Power once again. There's some cards going to the bottom of the deck, drawing until they have 6. And there's Telepass. Telepass copies Steven's Advice to draw 4 more cards out of the deck. And remember, they still have access to their own supporter for the turn. A Call Energy is equipped to the benched Gardevoir, and the player activates a second BB Search. Let's see what they get this time. They add Gardevoir level X to their hand this time. So we might be seeing this active Gardevoir leveling up. Yep, and that's exactly what's going to be happening. This Gardevoir now has more HP and a new attack. It is going to be using its Poke Power to get itself out of the active spot, as it was pretty heavily damaged. And now the new Gardevoir is ready to start attacking, and there's the attack, Psychic Lock, this time hitting for a full 60 damage, taking a KO, and that's 2 prizes taken by the Gardevoir side. Magmortar comes back into the active spot, and let's see what the player can do. Another Steven's Advice is played, drawing 4 more cards out of the deck. And another Crystal Beach comes into play, although it doesn't have any effect on the current active Gardevoir, as it doesn't have any double Rainbow Energies. Another Magmar was put onto the bench, and a Fire Energy was put onto Magmortar, so now it can use either one of its 2 attacks. And then we see the item Premier Ball, searching the deck for any level X Pokemon, getting Magmortar level X into play. Now this Magmortar also has additional HP and a brand new attack to start using, although it does need 4 energy to use its new attack. So let's see which attack is going to be used this turn. And it's going to be the Fireball Bazooka, hitting the active Gardevoir for 40 damage, and the benched Gardevoir along with the Chatot for 20 damage apiece. It's a good attack to spread damage on the opponent's side. Okay, on the Gardevoir side, the player activates Windstorm, once again getting rid of the Crystal Beach and Cessation Crystal. So they are no longer locked out of their Poké Powers. Oh, it looks like they're not going to be using any. Going straight for the attack, Psychic Lock. Because I believe they have more than 6 cards in hand, so the Cosmic Power wouldn't have done anything. Okay, on the Magmortar side, the player activates Team Galactic's Wager. Both players play a game of Paper, Scissors, Rock. The Magmortar side wins. So now both players are going to be shuffling away their hands. The Magmortar player gets to draw 6 cards, while the Gardevoir side only gets to draw 3. It's a pretty unique effect. Okay, there's the cards being drawn for both sides. Let's see what the Magmortar player got out of this new hand. Another energy removal too. There's a coin flip, and it is another heads. Alright, getting rid of a psychic energy from this Gardevoir. Trying to slow it down. Another fire energy comes down to the Magmortar. It activates its Flame Body Poké Body, healing 20 damage off of it, and then hitting Gardevoir with another Fireball Bazooka, spreading 20 more damage to the bench Chatot and Gardevoir once again. So just getting everything ready for future knockouts. Okay, now Claydol activates Cosmic Power, putting some more cards to the bottom of the deck and draw until they have 6. So that Team Galactic Wager from the previous turn didn't really do much to slow them down. Next card played is going to be Celio's Network, searching for another Pokemon to add to their hand. And there we see another Gardevoir. There's a constant stream of Gardevoir with Psychic Locks to keep their opponent from using any Poké Powers during their turn. That's what made this deck so powerful, along with the Telepass, as they could use up to 2 supporters per turn with it. They receive Rare Candy, evolving a new Ralts into a third Gardevoir. The active one activates Telepass. Let's see what they're going to be using. Steven's Advice, once again, drawing 4 more cards from their deck. They do need at least 1 more energy for this Gardevoir to start attacking. Oh, and it looks like the one they got is a Cyclone Energy, forcing the Magmortar player to swap out their active Pokemon for a brand new one. So Magmortar goes to the bench, and the player promotes Leafeon. And there's the attack. Psychic Lock hitting Leafeon for 60 damage. Okay, on the Magmortar side, the player activates another Castaway, searching the deck for 3 more cards. Another Cessation Crystal, the Grass Energy, and what else? And the supporter is going to be Celio's Network. So now with that Grass Energy, this Leafeon will be able to start using its attack this turn. Yep, there's a Grass Energy coming down to the active Pokemon. Is it going to be also getting the Cessation Crystal? Yes, it is! Once again, locking away the opponent's Poké Powers. Oh, and Leafeon is also leveling up into a level X form. It does have a brand new attack and more HP as well. Okay, and there's the attack. Bind down, hitting for 30 damage, enough to KO this Gardevoir, and Magmortar finally takes its first prize. On the Gardevoir side, Chatot comes up as a new active Pokemon. And a double Rainbow Energy is equipped to the new Gardevoir. Looks like Chatot is going to be retreating for free, promoting the Gardevoir level X. Maybe the player's still considering it. Okay, yeah, they did commit to it. It only has 10 HP left. Although the player figures that it's going to get knocked out anyway with Magmortar's Fireball Bazooka attack, so I might as well get some attacks in. Okay, so the Gardevoir level X knocked out Leafeon with its Psychic Lock attack, taking another prize. Now they're down to 3 prizes to Magmortar's 5. But Magmortar can take 2 KOs on this turn with Fireball Bazooka. So they did a really good job in setting up the damage in previous turns. The player uses Celio's Network to search the deck for another Magmortar to evolve their benched Magmar. And do they have any fire energies to give to it? Yes, they do. Fire energy comes down to the benched Magmortar. And a Rotom comes down to the bench as well. And there's the attack. Fireball Bazooka, taking a KO on both Gardevoir, Level X, and Chatot, and hitting the bench Gardevoir for 20 damage. Magmortar takes 2 more prizes, and now both sides are tied at 3 prizes remaining apiece. Alright. The new Gardevoir comes up as a new active Pokemon. And a Ralts comes down to the bench. There's the rare candy, and here we see Gallade this time. Okay, so it looks like the player doesn't have any more Gardevoir to play. There we see Claydol's Cosmic Power activating. Putting some cards to the bottom of the deck and drawing 3 cards. Next we see Telepass activating. Telepass is going to copy Steven's Advice once again to draw 4 more cards out of the deck. So between Cosmic Power and Steven's Advice, the player should have 10 cards in hand now. Okay, looks like they did get the energy they need. Call Energy. And Roseanne's Research is going to be the next card played, searching the deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon or basic energies. Although this deck does not run a whole lot of basic energy cards. It's mostly special energies. Okay, they chose a Duskull, which they put onto the bench, and looks like that's it! And there's the attack, Psychic Lock, hitting Magmortar for 50 damage. Okay, let's see what the Magmortar side can do. A second Fire Energy comes down onto the benched Magmortar. And Steven's Advice to draw 4 more cards out of the deck. The Baltoy on the bench finally evolves into another Claydol, although it cannot use its Cosmic Power because of the Psychic Lock. And there's the attack. Oh, it's going to be Flame Bluster this time! Magmortar Level X's brand new attack, discarding 2 Fire Energy from itself to deal 100 damage to the active Gardevoir. And now they're finally in the prize lead. Magmortar's down to 2 more prizes. The Gallade comes up as a new active Pokemon for the Gardevoir side, and the player... Oh! And they get a Scramble Energy, which is perfect. It counts as a triple Rainbow Energy if they are behind in prizes. So now this Gallade is fully powered up to start using either one of its attacks. Steven's Advice is played to draw 4 more cards from the deck. And there's the attack, Psychic Cut. Taking a KO against Magmortar, and now both sides are tied once again, 2 prizes apiece. But now because both sides have the same amount of prizes, Scramble Energy deactivates, so now it only provides 1 colorless energy. The Rotom comes up as a new active Pokemon, and the player activates Night Maintenance, searching their discard pile for up to 3 discarded basic energy or Pokemon. And the cards chosen are going to be a Fire Energy, a Magmar, and a Magmortar, all being shuffled back into the deck. Okay, there we see the deck coming back down. Are we going to see any energy attachments this turn? Not yet. We do see a Crystal Beach coming down, and another Team Galactic's Wager. There's another game of Paper, Scissors, Rock. And this time the Gardevoir side wins. Both sides shuffle their hands away. Magmortar side is going to get to draw 3, while the Gardevoir side is going to draw all 6. But because the Gardevoir side does not have access to Psychic Lock anymore, the Magmortar player can now use Cosmic Power. There's Cosmic Power activating. Okay, now the player can draw until they have 6 cards in hand. Any more energies coming down? No. But they do attack with Dual Trans. It's a free attack, letting the player search their discard pile for up to 2 energy cards to attach to their Pokemon. So the player attaches 2 Fire Energy onto the benched Magmortar, getting ready to start attacking on a future turn. Over to the Gardevoir side, the player activates their own Cosmic Power, putting 2 cards to the bottom of their deck. And they're drawing one card. And now they're going to be playing their own Team Galactic's wager. There's another game of Paper, Scissors, Rock. And paper beats rock. Gardevoir wins the game. Both players shuffle their hand away again. 3 cards to the Magmortar side and 6 cards to the Gardevoir side. Alright, there's the cards being drawn. Let's do what the player gets. A double Rainbow Energy comes down, although it doesn't provide 2 Rainbow Energies as the Crystal Beach is in play, so Gallade cannot attack this turn, giving the Magmortar player another turn to power up their Pokemon. Magmortar gets a 5th Fire Energy, and Klaczynski activates Cosmic Power, letting the player draw until they have 6 cards in their hand again. And there's the attack, another Dual Trans, searching the discard pile for more Fire Energy to attach onto Magmortar. And that time it was just 1, so they must be out of Fire Energy in their discard pile. Although that is a lot of energy. It's 6 energy on Magmortar. On the Gardevoir side, the player activates Celio's Network, searching the deck for Dusknoir. So if the player has a rare candy, the Duskull can evolve this turn. And yes, they do. Rare candy evolves Duskull into Dusknoir. But do they have a way to get rid of this Crystal Beach to start attacking? There we see a Cosmic Power, drawing some more cards out of the deck. They need a way to get rid of Crystal Beach. Did they get it? And yes, they did. The Lake Boundary replaces Crystal Beach, meaning that Gallade can now start attacking. And there's the attack. Psychic Cut, flipping over 1 prize, increasing the attack power by 20, and taking a 1-hit KO against Rotom, and now the Gardevoir side is down to just 1 more prize. They're really close to winning this game. Although they are going to be going up against this very heavily powered up Magmortar. It's got 6 energy on it, and another Crystal Beach comes down, not giving the Gardevoir side any room to breathe, and a 7th energy comes down. 7 energy cards, meaning that the Flame Blast is hitting for 140 damage, taking a 1-hit KO against Gallade. Both sides are tied at 1 prize remaining apiece. Klaczynski comes as the new active Pokemon, and a Scramble Energy is equipped to Dusknoir. Warp Point is used to swap out the both active Pokemon. Dusknoir comes up as a new active Pokemon, along with the Klaczynski for the Magmortar side. It looks like the player's trying to stall out the game so they can power up this Dusknoir and win. They just need 1 more turn to attach double Rainbow Energy, as long as they can get rid of this Crystal Beach. Yes, they did. A Windstorm gets rid of Crystal Beach, so they have the double Rainbow Energy in hand. They can win the next turn. Turn passes. Let's see what Magmortar can do. And it's a Warp Point! That's going to be the game. Magmortar comes back into play, and it's going to be easily able to KO anything on the Gallade side. There's the attack. Flame Blast to take the final prize, and there's the handshake. Magmortar is your winner. So what did you guys think of that battle? Let me know down in the comments below, and be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow and reach new viewers. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time, this is the Holland Phantom logging out.